Welcome friends, Ed here from Graveyard Excursions, and today is a beautiful day to visit the cemetery. In fact, today we are here at St. Patrick's Cemetery, and I don't really want to be here today, but I feel like I have to because it's October 2nd on the filming of this video, and tomorrow is the 23-year anniversary of the passing of Benjamin Orr, the pride of Lakewood, Ohio. And we're coming upon his grave right here. Benjamin Orr, born September 8th, 1947. And actually it was October 4th, of 2000. And he's here with his parents, I believe, the Orchowskis. Actually, he was born and raised in Lakewood, Ohio, and went to Valley Forge High School, and he would end up meeting Rick Ocasek somewhere between 1965 and 1968. Ben had a band playing the bass. As you could see, he was the bass player for the Cars. And if you're not familiar with the Cars, they were like this band in the late 70s. They started up in 1976, and they had plenty of those hits that you may remember back then, early with My Best Friend's Girlfriend and, Let the Good Times Roll. But he was the bass player for the Cars, and I love that band. And they had some pretty awesome hits with the Heartbeat City and The Drive. But anyway, let's get back to the history of Benjamin Orr. He had a band in high school called the Grasshoppers, and that's where Rick Ocasek ended up hooking up with him. They were playing around Cleveland area, and he saw them, and because Rick Ocasek actually went to school in this area too. I think someone told me he went to Case Western Reserve. Don't quote me on that. I may be wrong on that one. But anyway, them two guys ended up pooling their resources together, and they ended up moving to Boston in 1968, and along with Greg Hawkes, they formed Milkwood, which would be the early version of the Cars before the Cars became the Cars in 1976. And they would bring in Elliot Easton to play guitar, and I'm having a hard time with the drummer, but anyway, these guys were the band back in the late 70s into the early 80s. I actually went to go see them in concert. And the funny thing is, the songs that I loved the most about the Cars were the ones that he sang, like Drive and Moving in Stereo, those kind of tunes. But when I did the research on it, he did not write the lyrics to that. It was always Rick Ocasek mostly doing the writing of those songs. And from what I read in accounts to how they got along, Greg Hawkes said that ever since day one when they were in Milkwood, there was always a lot of tension between Benjamin Orr and Rick Ocasek, and maybe it all came down to who wrote the songs, because eventually Benjamin Orr would go on to have a solo album, and he had that I love that tune, Stay the Night. Oh yeah. And he had Diana Gray Page help him write that song, and that's the only song that I think Diana Page Gray is actually, or Diana Gray Page, he had a son with him as well. Now I don't know if they got married or what, but this is where Benjamin Orr is now today, and it was horrible. He played almost right until the day he died. I think he was in a concert. I'm going to try to insert a picture of him playing only like a few weeks before he died, and it was a rough death for him. He had pancreatic cancer, and he didn't really want to tell too many people about it. He was a very private guy, and he didn't want anyone to worry about him. But the thing is, pancreatic cancer is probably one of the worst cancers to get through. It's the mortality rate is horrible. I gotta pull some of these weeds out of here. This is not cool. Okay, I don't want to see weeds by these guys over here. Yeah, that's not cool. Last I did a video on my other channel here for Benjamin Orr, but and I donated one of my glasses, my cool guy glasses, and so far I don't think that's here anymore. But let's situate this. These weeds don't need to be here. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Nice. All right, give him that flower right there. Beautiful. All right. Again, what the pride of Lakewood, Ohio, Benjamin Orr. You are sorely missed. Your music really made a difference in my life. He was one of the Cars were like the soundtrack of my life growing up, and I'll never forget that concert at Blossom Music Center, seeing them play all those tunes. I think it was 1981 when I saw them perform at the Blossom over there. And I got to show you this one over here, this grave over here, right by here. I think I'd want to have something like this for my grave. Look at it, it's got a remote. Isn't that beautiful? Whoever this Schaefer guy is, I think I like him already, you know? Come on. How could you not like a guy that's got this for a tombstone? Pretty cool. And of course, we got here Sean Landris. Looks like he was in the service. Thank you for your service. He was in the Iraqi war. Wow. Again, we are here at the St. Patrick's Cemetery. This is in Geauga County, Ohio. It's a beautiful cemetery, and if you're ever in the area, stop on by and say hi to Benjamin Orr. And thank you again, Benjamin, for all the music that you brought us over the years. You are definitely missed. Stay safe, everyone. Like, comment, and subscribe to Graveyard Excursions as we are here visiting the gravesite of Benjamin Orr and from the Cars. Stay safe. See you in the next video. Bye. Mr. Grasshopper, I think it's only appropriate that you're over here by Benjamin Orr's grave. Look at the grasshopper over there. It's so appropriate. I mean, when I was taking the weeds out, look at that guy. Yeah. You see him? Yeah. There's a lot of grasshoppers over here. And you know what? There's a grasshopper right over there. Pretty cool. Thank you again, Mr. Benjamin Orr. You have the grasshoppers here to keep you company right now. Pretty cool.